Good morning, trading world. It is April 27, 2023, 8 a.m. on the East Coast, and this is my pre-market outlook and technical analysis for day trading the markets. The title for today's outlook: From earnings to data drops, plenty of tape bombs hitting the tape today. Lowered earnings expectations continue to mostly beat, giving a continued lift to the market. Meta appeared to jump just like Microsoft in after hours. This could be a great shorting opportunity in the right form, but you probably have to stretch the trade out to at least June or July in order for it to be effective. The choppiness is not over. On the 25th pre-market, I talked about watching out for the head fake, leading to a big gamma squeeze, and that the subsequent 2 to 3 days would go a long way to shaking the confidence of traders and what side of the trade they are on. With all of the bearishness the last couple of days, Friday could turn out to be really bullish after a shaky start. Today, watch out for GDP, jobless claims at 8:30 a.m., the impending home sales at 10 a.m. Also, don't forget that the monthly time frame is in its rest area, meaning we are running in place, consolidating over a very large range. We could go up to 418, 420 area on the top side over the next couple of weeks and still not mean anything to me but consolidation. This brings us into the key levels of the day. All right, here we are back with our key levels of the day. Starting on the resistance side, we have our Jack resistance at the 406 to the 407 area. Then we have our Queen resistance 408 to the 409 area. And then King resistance 411 to the 412 area. Keep an eye on this purple line right here, which is right at 405. This is the market maker's weekly expected move. We are above it now, but not enough that we can't get drawn back down into it. So that's going to be something that I'm looking for possibly overnight. Tonight, even if we don't come back into it today, but overnight we could get drawn back down into this area. On the support side, we have our Jack support at the 405 area, Queen support 404 to the 403 area, and then King support 302 to the 399 area. The main thesis for today is bullish, closing above the 404.36 with a projected target high of between 405 and 411. The alternate thesis is bullish, closing below the 404.36 with a projected target low of between 404 and 399. The main channel we are in is between 397 and 416. Yesterday, market strength and breadth opened gap up with clear divergence between strength and price action as strength continued up and price action fell, with both turning range bound on the day. I expect strength to open stronger on the day and continue through the first part of the day and fading late, and that fade carrying over to price action overnight and pre-market Friday. We do have harmony between the technical side, which is bullish, and the quant side, which is bullish. The futures also have a bullish bias for the day, with harmony between the technical side, bullish, and the quant side, bullish as well. This bodes on a lot of strength today of us having a bullish day. This brings us to the scenarios of the day. All right, here we are with our most probable scenario, which is going to be our trend day up day type structure. Meaning we open gap up and start with a push back toward the previous close, represented by the blue line. We find support on or before that previous close, then begin the uptrend for the day. We usually find midday chop around either the possible queen or king resistance area. This trend day may have done most of its trend pre-market, so be very careful with that. There may not be much higher we go on the trend. So usually in the second part of the day, we usually come out looking to continue the primary trend of the morning, but so often on a trend day, we get a head fake where it starts out looking like it's going to continue, but we get a fade starting at some point in that second part of the day, going into or at the closing. So that is our trend day structure, and like I said, be very careful because a lot of this trend could have already been done pre-market. All right, our second scenario is going to be, and for some reason my software, recording software is glitching. Give me just a moment to try to figure this out. All right, our second scenario is going to be our rounded reversal day type structure. We could get a continued push lower, and this is the vice versa version. You ever have one of those mornings where things just do not want to work right in your favor? It is going on full throttle right now for me. We have our rounded reversal day type structure, and what I'll do, the first on the rounded reversal day type structure, we could get a continued push higher toward the jack or queen resistance area, find our midday chop somewhere around that queen, maybe even the king resistance area, before going back down with the same force or energy that we went up with the first part of the day. So this is the rounded reversal day type structure, and this is the primary. What's written over here is the vice versa alert, and the vice versa alert will kind of go as follows. We kind of get a little more push pre-market, and we get this continued push lower after the open, and we find our midday chop somewhere around our queen, possibly king support area, and then the second part of the day we're going to go up with the same amount of force or energy that we came down with the first part of the day. So even though I have that written, these are the two different scenarios under the rounded reversal day type that we should be aware of. All right, our last scenario is going to be our range day structure. We could get a day of false starts and stops from resistance down to support, seemingly like we will fall off, but popping up at support most of the day. So range day, just a lot of back and forth, fading at the highs and rallying from established lows. So those are the scenarios that I'll be planning for today. It's more for me about a setup taking place overnight in pre-market tomorrow. Depending on where we go from here, I may be looking at setting into some more shorts, but they will be very, very short-lived, as I only expect to hold them until pre-market tomorrow. And to do that, I will likely execute them using options on futures, so that way I can get out pre-market, just in case things don't quite go the way that I'm looking. But hopefully we get a gap in strength this morning, which will probably lead to another tomorrow morning, and we may spend a little more time chopping at lows tomorrow morning, depending on the size of the gap that we get in strength. So as always, your most important job as a trader is to protect the capital that you already have. We do this by knowing and understanding the positions that we have on, and understanding the risk that we have on in those positions, and managing those risks in accordance to our account size. It is not just enough to understand the risk in the positions that you have on, but you should have a grasp or understanding of the risk overall in the market conditions. I hope this helps. Wishing you a positive trading day. Let's go out and make it a great one.